you already know you don't want to be loyal. Like, what? People are out here just being unloyal. I don't see how that works. Like, how? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, today we are going to be talking about the things you should know before you get in a relationship. These are like questions you need to ask yourself, stuff you should know, tips for a relationship. This is just a disclaimer. I'm not a relationship expert, but I have been in a relationship for over 2 years, and people ask me questions all the time about, like, man, I wish I had a relationship like that, or how have y'all just lasted so long. Like, people ask me a lot about my relationship and just like tips and advice, so I was like, why not do a video? Like, this could help people. I want to start doing more videos that's gonna help y'all. So this is where this video is coming from, and I really just want to knock it out the park and help y'all out. Sis, the tea is going to be real today, because I'm going to be honest and I'm going to crack down and be like, this is what. Now, these aren't, you don't have to have all of these qualities, you don't have to do all of these things to have a good relationship, but these are just tips and things that you should think about before you get in a relationship, and what you should consider and know before you get in a relationship. So are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. So first things first, that you need to make sure that you are, turn me up a little bit because this is for real, y'all. You need to know, you need to have happiness before you get into a relationship, okay? It's very important that you're happy with yourself, you're happy with your life, and you're just happy in a good place before you get into a relationship. You can't be unhappy with yourself and who you are and different things. You can't be unhappy with who you are and just have a miserable lifestyle, and then you'll get into a relationship, or you'll find this guy or girl that'll just make you so happy, and you'll just be so happy. All your happiness is coming from them, and you're just in a happy place. But sis, your happiness is coming from this man, or your happiness is coming from this girl. Y'all just started dating. So the only reason I'm saying this is because if something happens where y'all don't work out, guess where you're back to being? You're back to being sad, depressed, or wherever you were. Like, you're back to that. If you have a breakup with somebody, girl, you need to pick yourself up, show them who you are, and you know, like, it's gonna be hard when y'all break up, but it's like, you weren't happy before them, so now that you're with them, you're happy. So with them gone, you're gonna be back to that same old person that's not happy and just not, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just important that you're happy with life before you get in a relationship, because you also don't want to, like, don't rely on them for your happiness. Do not rely on somebody for your happiness and for, like, to fill that void, you know, because they can be gone in a second. And it's just important that you know who you are. Make sure that you're confident in who you are too, because it's super important that you're confident in yourself, and that you're not relying on them for your confidence and the reassurance and all that. Because again, when they're gone, if something happens that they, you know, y'all don't work out, your confidence will seem like it's gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just need to be confident in yourself before you get in a relationship, because yeah. And make sure you have like a life outside of the relationship. Don't make, like, the relationship can be everything to you and everything, but you need to also have your own set of friends. You need to also have your own, like, activities that you like to do without him or her. Like, you need to have your own life outside of the relationship. You need to have you time. You need to have your alone time. You need to take the time to do what you need to do. You don't always need to be with this person every waking moment, because y'all need to have y'all's time to do what you need to do, or it can cause issues like later on down the line. Know your worth, know your morals, know who you truly are. Dating at a younger age, you probably don't know exactly who you are yet. I am 17, but I pretty much know who I am. I know my worth. I know my future. I know where I'm going in life, and it's important to know that, because this person can make you lose sight of that, or this person can take your focus away from that, and it can cause issues later on down the line. Like, if there's something that you don't want to do, that person should not alter your decision or the way you think about that. Like, say there's like something in particular that you're like, we're not gonna do that. That person should not be able to convince you, and that person should respect your morals and should respect your wishes and your beliefs and what you choose to do and choose not to do. You know what I'm talking about. He's not gonna manipulate you and like change your mind and just, oh well, I should do it for him because like da da da. No. The next one is be yourself. It's important to be yourself in a relationship, because you don't want to be stuck in this relationship that you feel like you can't talk, or you feel like you can't be crazy when you need to be crazy, or be like, like, you know, you can't be silly and goofy. Like, you need to make sure you can be yourself. You need to make sure you're actively just be you. This was a hard one for me because it's just hard. I need some water. Girl, I've been talking too much. Previously, like, I have trouble like opening up and being myself. Like, I'm really closed off sometimes. I've worked my way around that now. But I made sure before me and Justin got together that I could completely be myself with him. Like I said, I don't want to make us official until I'm completely myself with you, and I can unlatch, I can be crazy, you can see me at my worst and you can see me at my best. You know, like, just make sure you're yourself, and eventually, like, it'll get to that. Like, you will start opening up to each other, you'll learn each other's past, you'll learn each other's mindset, and like, you don't have to know all that before you get into the relationship, but just make sure that you can be yourself with this person. This one is a big one. I feel like a lot of people, I feel like this is why some relationships fail, because ask yourself this, okay? Am I ready to be loyal and committed to this person? I just dropped the bomb on y'all. Are you ready to be loyal in this relationship? Are you ready to be committed? Now, I'm not saying you start out a relationship being like, I'm in a committed relationship, we're serious, all that stuff. But when you get into a relationship, y'all need to know each other's intentions with the relationship. Are you just dating around? Are you just testing the waters? There are people like that. I'm not one of those people. When I date, I'm dating for marriage, I'm dating for a future, I'm dating to see where it can go. If I don't see it going nowhere, out the door, because I don't want to waste my time. But it's important that you both know where you want to take the relationship. It's important to sit your partner down and be like, do you see a future with me? Do you want a future with me? Like, what are your plans for the future with me? Like, are we gonna, or is this just a little fling? Is this a little like we're just dating around and testing the water? No, I don't do that. But if that's your cup of tea, make sure you express that to your partner. Make sure, like I said, make sure you're ready to be loyal to this person. Like, why when you get in a relationship, you already know you don't want to be loyal? Like, what? People are out here just being unloyal. I don't see how that works. Like, how? And also, I really just don't understand it. How, like, just make sure that you're willing to be loyal. If you're not ready to be loyal, then you need to express that to that person so y'all can both play each other. But it sucks when you have somebody that's giving their all, and then it's like your intentions from the jump, like you already knew you weren't gonna be loyal. There are people out here like that. I can't stand y'all. Like, y'all are so messed up. Y'all just be out here ripping hearts out. For what? That is not cute. And then, like, just make sure, like, you're giving your all. Make sure, like, do you have the time for the relationship? Are you, like, willing to put, like, relationships, it's like half and half. Like, you both have to put the work in the relationship. You both have to have the communication skills. Like, it's important that you have these qualities in a relationship if you want it to work out. You don't have to have all of these in a relationship, but these are just some tips that have worked for me and that I've seen work better. And then make sure that, like, you have communication skills with this person, because you need to be able to work through the tough times and the arguments. There's gonna be like arguments and tough times and things like that that you'll have to work through. It's not every relationship is perfect, and there is gonna be times when y'all may not be on good terms, or there's gonna be times when y'all are like mad at each other, I guess. Like, I don't really, yeah, there's gonna be times when y'all might be mad at each other or whatever, and you just have to learn to work through that, learn to have trust, and really just your communication skills have to be A1 in a relationship. It's important. Make sure that you're selfless. Make sure that you are like understanding. Just make sure that you can understand your partner's point of view. So let's say you do get into an argument, y'all both need to hear each other's sides and understand each other's sides and get where each other's coming from. And make sure you have a goal for the relationship, or make sure, I already kind of touched base with this, but make sure that y'all have like where that discussion of like, where are we taking this? Never assume. Please don't assume. Do not assume that y'all are on the same page. I have been there, I've done that. Do not assume that y'all are on the same page. You need to visit, like, you need to actually ask, like, where do you plan to take this relationship? Do you plan to just date for now? And like, you know, like, you need to make sure that y'all are on the same page. You need to make sure that if you want a future with this person, if you see marriage and kids and all that, you need to make sure they're seeing that. If they're not seeing that, it needs to be something that y'all work on, or see ya, because there just needs to make sure that you have goals for the relationship and see each other's point of view of where y'all think this is going and where y'all could take it. Very important. So that was the last one. I'm gonna give like a little bonus one. This one, it's not as important, but it can play a part. So here's the last one, and then there's going to be a bonus. So it's important that before you get in a relationship, you're mentally stable. You don't want to go into a relationship not mentally stable, because that can really hurt your relationship, that can hurt your bond, that can hurt a lot of things, and that can really tear you apart. Again, if something happens where that relationship's gone, you weren't mentally stable to start with, so now look where you're gonna be. You know, like, and I'm not meaning that in a rude way. I think it's just important to make sure that you're in a good mental state of mind before you try to care for somebody else. Care for yourself first. Make sure you get yourself straight, sis, before you go and you try to like add somebody to your life. You know, like, it's just important. Like, these little key tips are just important. For the bonus round, this is not something that you have to have, but it's extra, it's good to have. Make sure that y'all are like financially stable. This is more for like older relationships, not necessarily if you're like a young teen. Like, obviously you're not rich or you don't have like all the money in the world, but it's important because if you get in a relationship and y'all are both broke, or you did, like, you know, in a relationship, you're gonna want to do fun things. You're gonna want to go on dates. You're gonna want to get food. I feel as though women need to be paying for men too. Not women pay for men, but too, they need to also be paying for men. When me and my boyfriend go out to eat, it's okay to split the bill. It's okay for him to pay for me, and it's okay for me to pay for him. That's okay. It's not, these men should not always be having to pay for the women's like food or the date, or you shouldn't always have to pay. I feel like it should be a thing where you take turns, or it's like a, you know what, I'll pay for my ticket, you pay for yours, we'll just do that. Like, you don't always have to, you know. It's important, like, or it's like, hey, you know, you cover dinner, I'll cover dessert. Or like, me and my boyfriend have done a thing where it's like, oh, you cover dinner, I'll cover like the movie tickets. You know, like, there just needs to be an equal thing. It should not always be like the men pay for everything, because false, the women should be paying too. That's just my opinion. That's all for today's video, you guys. I really enjoyed making this video. Hopefully I kept y'all interested, and hopefully it was just a good video. So yeah, I'm trying to do more videos where I can sit down and talk to y'all and give y'all like tips and pointers and just information on things. So if there's anything y'all want to know or anything I should make a video on, do not hesitate to comment or personally message me on Instagram. I am down for these videos. Let me know, because I will do these videos for you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in with this week's video. Don't forget, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. So let's get this bread all day, every day. Hey, and we out.